Welcome to this week's Chit Chat, where I'm going to teach you how to master the art of sleeping so you can wake up and feel amazing. So the first thing I ask my clients when they come in for their Pilates session is, how does your body feel? Sometimes they answer, I feel great. And sometimes they say, you know what? I feel the worst when I wake up first thing in the morning. So then together we kind of assess what happened the day before. Did you go jet skiing or mountain climbing? Or did you just have a normal day at work? If you had your normal day at work where you go to the office and you come home, or even you didn't really do much, but you go to bed and then you still wake up feeling really sore and achy in the morning, especially your low back, then it's probably the way you're sleeping. So in this chit chat, we're going to talk about two different sleep positions. We're going to talk about side sleeping and back sleeping. I'm going to show you the poor body mechanics that can happen in each position, and then I'm going to show you little tricks to get you in really great positions so you can get a great night's sleep and feel amazing when you wake up in the morning. So here we go. The first position we're going to look at is side sleeping. So I have a couple pillows here. I'm going to leave them here for a second. I'm just going to get into a basic side sleeping position. I'm a side sleeper, so this is an easy one for me. But normally when you sleep on your side, say for example I don't have a pillow yet, right? I want to have you look at where your head is. Okay, look at this big stretch in the side of my neck. So if you're using a really thin pillow that doesn't have a lot of support, your neck is going to be sore. Or if you're folding the pillow up and then jamming it underneath, that's where you're going to have your arm falling asleep. So what you want to do is grab a pillow that is good for side sleeping. They actually make pillows that are called side sleepers. That's what this one is. It's a side sleeper. So you can see it has a little more kind of form to it, a little more depth. So when I lay my head down, my head is supported, right? My head isn't tilting this way to put strain on my neck. It's nice and supported, and it allows space for my shoulder to go under so that I don't have that problem where your arm starts to fall asleep in the middle of the night. Now, let's go to the lower half of the body. So check this out. Most of the time we kind of sleep in these kind of positions here, right? The knee is crossed over. You're getting a big stretch here on your low back. Now, in Pilates and in yoga, this is kind of a stretch we do, right? You cross that leg over, you rotate your body, you get this great stretch. But if you're sleeping like this for 8 hours, you're technically stretching this muscle for 8 hours. So then when you get up in the morning, you're gonna feel really stiff and a little achy back here through your low back and through your sacrum. That's not gonna feel so good. So what you have to do is find a way to stack your hips. So I'm gonna show you here. My hip is way stretched forward. I'm gonna pull my hip back and slide my leg under. So check that out. I just stacked my hips and my shoulders are stacked. So if you can sleep like this, this is a pretty good position. But there's one more thing you can do to really help. Check out my knees. Here's my hip here, and then look at this slope all the way down to my knee. What you could do is to try and stack your knees even more so that it really releases your hip completely. So this is just like a little bolster pillow, right? A little decorative one that sometimes we have on our beds anyway. You just put it between the legs like that, and then it really relaxes your hips. So now your hips are stacked, your shoulders are stacked, and it lets your body just be in a nice relaxed position. So no muscle is overstretching, no muscle is overworking, and you're in a nice alignment so that your spine is supported. So that's the most important thing for your side sleeping positions. I know what you're thinking. Oh my God, I have to find a pillow and I have to do this. You know, it's not that hard. Once you find it, you will love it. And if it kicks out when you're in the middle of the night, just find it again when you wake up, put it back, and then go back to sleep. Because I promise you, if you get everything stacked and everything supported when you go to bed, you're like this for 8 hours, you will feel amazing when you wake up in the morning. So now we're going to look at the back sleeping position. So I'm going to get rid of all these pillows, and we're just going to look at all the things that can go wrong when you're sleeping on your back. So when you're in this position, right, you're going to see, for me, for sure, there's a big curve under my low back. I have a curve here anyway, so I need to figure out how to get that to release. Because if I keep in this position all night, my low back would be really sore in the morning because technically those low back muscles are working. So I need to pick my head up a little bit. Now, when you go to choose a pillow for a back sleeper, they do sell them, but then you also have to take into account your build. So for me, I don't want to have my chin too high, and I don't want to find a pillow that jams my chin too much this way. So really, this small pillow
would be perfect for me because it just lifts my head just enough to release pressure to the back of my neck and start to release some of this curve in my low back. But if you look at my lower body, still, because my legs are straight, it's still accenting this curve. So what I need to do is figure out how to get my knees bent a little bit and put something underneath my knees so that my low back can release. So in this case, this bigger pillow is gonna work better for me underneath my knees. So it just relaxes them and then it takes that pressure off my low back. So technically, this is how you'd want to sleep. And now your arms are gonna go any which way, right? They might go over your head, you might go to the side, Everyone has a different position for that, but you do want to make sure that you don't have too much pressure on your low back or on your hips. So you can see here, my hips are nice and relaxed, my low back is relaxed, and the body then can just relax and fall into a nice deep sleep here. Now, I hope that was helpful for you, and I hope you kind of recognized some things that can go wrong for 8 hours when you're sleeping, right? 8 hours is a long time to be in a position that's kind of poor body mechanics. So you can kind of observe it yourself, or you can have your significant other check out how you're sleeping. Even your kids too. You want to check out how they're sleeping and then help them find that good sleep position so they get into a nice deep sleep. And then if you have trouble falling asleep, I'm a big fan of essential oils. You've seen it before, I've talked about it before. And two that I love is putting frankincense and lavender on the bottoms of your feet. So the bottoms of your feet have more pores per square inch than anywhere else in your body. So all I do, I leave these on my nightstand. I just put a couple drops on the bottom of my feet, rub them all on the bottom, each foot, and then I'll take the lavender and I do another drop of lavender because it's pretty potent, you don't need too much. It smells delicious, but by putting the frankincense and lavender on the bottoms of your feet, it's gonna help you get into a deeper state of sleep, a more relaxed state of sleep. So there's all these little tricks that you can use so that you master sleeping and you wake up feeling amazing. And then let me know how you feel. Let me know how you feel when you wake up after you've tried some of these tricks. And if you have any friends or family members that you think could benefit from this information, please share this video with them, pass it along, because I want everyone to wake up and feel amazing.